If anything, you are the greatest thing that could ever happen to you. So therefore, you treat yourself as the greatness. Hey everyone, hello. Welcome to my channel. As you guys can see already, because of the thumbnail, we're gonna discuss how we can process traumatic events. Now, everything that I'm gonna share with you guys is based off of my experience and how I pursue my healing journey. So let's hop into traumatic events and how traumatic events affect ourselves and how it affects other people. So, an example of a traumatic event that affected literally everyone in the world: COVID. COVID was a very traumatic event. However, COVID affects other people differently than it affects some people. So for myself, I felt like when COVID took place or when COVID happened, if anything, it was a blessing to me. It was abundance to me, because before COVID happened, I was already stressed out, worried about different things, and how I'm gonna do this and how I'm gonna do that. So when COVID happened, it was like the break, like the relief that I truly desperately needed, right? However, it's a lot of people that lost a lot of family members because of COVID. It's a lot of people that lost their jobs because of COVID, lost their their houses, their cars, their businesses because of COVID. And that experience, I could never take part in that experience. Like, I could never say, oh, I lost my job during COVID, because I didn't, and how that person respond to losing their job was totally different how I responded to COVID and how COVID changed my life. So that's just one prime example of how like traumatic events affect different other people. So let's hop into step one. Step one of processing your traumatic events, or as we all say, starting our healing journey. We must acknowledge the traumatic events that happen to us. And I know y'all. Sometimes we don't want to do that. Sometimes we want to continue to run away, or we want to, put those things behind us, or we want to bury those things because it hurts so much, But the more you run from it, the more it chases you. Now, I am speaking based off of my experience. I ran from a lot of traumatic events that took place in my life. But I noticed the further I ran, the more problems and the more issues that I had to deal with on a day-to-day basis. It's some days that I would wake up and I would wonder, why am I not showing up as my best self? I'm doing everything that I need to do, but it's just something is in my way, or something is missing. And I realized that I had to work on those traumatic things that happened to me in order for me to show up as my best self, in order for all of those pieces and puzzles to be in place, so that I can feel good while I show up as my best self. So when I speak on acknowledging the trauma, I'm just basically saying, accept what happened to you. Accept it. And I get it. It's hard. It's extremely hard to accept something that almost destroyed you, something that almost could have potentially killed you or unalived you. I get it. But if you want to move forward to the next level or to the next stage in life and really upgrade your life and really show up as a person that you want to be, you have to accept what happened to you. So say, for instance, if you grew up and you didn't have a father. So within this healing journey, you would start off by saying, you know what? My father wasn't around. Or you can say, because my father wasn't present in my life, it created a lot of abandoned wounds inside of me that's causing me to have issues within the relationships and friendships that I have. So that's how you start to acknowledge and you start to accept those things. Now, a part of this process, you can do these things on your own. You could start this on your own. Literally, you could start this right now, today, whenever you feel you are ready to start it. Sometimes some people may want to open up to their support system and let their support system know, like, hey, I need support in this area, or hey, I want to talk to you about something that's very deep, close to my heart. If you want to accept it on your own and keep that between you and yourself, I encourage you to do that. Do whatever it is that you need to do. If you feel as though you need someone else to open up to, you may need your mentor, your best friend, a therapist. I suggest you do that as well, okay? So, step 2 is to create a support system. If you don't have a support system, which is basically people that's close to you. It could be your friends, your mother, your father, your grandparents, your neighbor, your therapist. And when I mean about creating a support system, I want you to create people that you feel safe with. Safety is the number one priority when it comes to healing from your traumatic events. It's the number one priority because you need to feel safe within. You need to know that you are safe, that the person you are sharing your personal business with is safe, and that they won't judge you, they won't look at you differently, that they accept you for who you are. So create a support system. Whether if that's your close friends, whoever it is that you feel safe around or you feel safe with, reach out to them. Reach out to them and tell them, hey, is it possible if we could meet up at a restaurant and go out to eat? Or is it possible if we could schedule some time later on today where we FaceTime and we just sit down and we talk about the meaningful things? You could start there. There's some ideas on how you could start there on, creating that support system. Step 3, I want you to give yourself the opportunity to feel the way you feel. Because when it's time for you to open up and you allow those emotions to come up and out, you may be overwhelmed. You may be scared. You may be sad. You may be terrified. But those emotions that you are dealing with, you need to feel those emotions. Because if you run away from those emotions, or if you bury those emotions, it's not helping the healing process. You're delaying the healing process. So I want you to feel the way you feel. Allow yourself to feel that way. And throughout this whole process, one skill that I rely on is self-talk and self-encouragement. To where when I'm feeling down and I'm feeling tired or I'm feeling stressed or I feel like I'm just all over the place, I allow myself to feel the way I feel. I tell myself, Sasha, you feel the way you feel. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to have your heart broken. It's okay. It is okay. All right? No one is walking around this world happy all the time. They're not. And I know that social media puts on this front to make it seem as if, everything is perfect. Honey boo boo. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. There's no one in this world that's walking around happy all the time with a smile on them with a smile on their face, satisfied, content. You get what I'm saying? It happens. We are humans. We feel things. We have emotions. So I want you to be able to allow yourself to feel the way you feel. Start to grow the comfort within yourself so that when you feel the way you feel, you don't run from it. You allow yourself to feel the way you feel, okay? Step 4, I want you to make a promise to yourself. I want you to sit down and think about how you're gonna move forward from this day. Now that you have accepted the trauma, you have accepted the traumatic event, you've created your support system, you've accepted your feelings and your emotions, now I want you to make a promise to yourself. A promise to yourself of how you're gonna show up for yourself every day. A promise to yourself of how you're gonna put your emotions and your feelings first. A promise that I made to myself is I journal. I journal a lot. And sometimes I don't call it journal, I call it brain dump, because everything that's in my head, I'm dumping it onto a piece of paper. And the beauty about journaling is that whatever it is that you put on that paper is between you and that paper. You don't have to tell anyone about what you put on that piece of paper. You don't have to show anyone. Now, if you want to tell someone or if you want to show anyone, by all means, do whatever it is that you feel is best for you. However, whatever you put on that paper is between you and that paper. And then later on in life, throughout your healing journey, you can reflect back on your journal entries that you wrote, and you can look at how much of growth you've made. You can track the progress that you have made throughout your healing journey. Okay, so I want you to make a promise to yourself that you're gonna show up for yourself every day. Rather if that's you journaling, rather if that's you waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do some yoga, to stretch, to work out, rather if that's you eating better, rather if that's just you expressing yourself more. I want you to make a promise with yourself that you are going to love you more, that you are going to prioritize yourself more, and that you are going to take care of you more, okay? You are no longer the person you was before. You are a totally different person. When you start this healing journey, it's like you start to blossom into a beautiful garden. And it's a beautiful experience. Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to have some good days, some amazing days throughout this journey. But then you're going to also have some really, really bad days. That days to where you can't even get out your bed. You get what I'm saying? But it's a part of the process. You have to trust the process. And it's okay. When you experience those days where you can't get out the bed, tell yourself it is okay. It's okay. It's all right if I can't get out the bed. It's all right if I can't really show up for myself today. It's all right if I can't give 100% today. Y'all, that is okay. It is okay, all right? I want us to learn, and I'm saying us because I'm also speaking to myself, but I want us to learn how to be more kinder to ourselves. Because I feel like the moment we don't show up the way that we want to, we begin to beat ourselves up, and we begin to doubt ourselves, you know? And that's not good. That's not good that we beat ourselves up or that we begin to doubt ourselves, okay? If anything, you are the greatest thing that could ever happen to you. So therefore, you treat yourself as the greatness. So when you have your moments, accept it. If you don't feel like showing up, I don't feel like showing up. You have moments where you feel like showing up, show up. Do your thing. Do your thing. All right. And then last but not least, I want to congratulate you from being here. I want to congratulate you from making it this far, from even clicking on my video, clicking on my Instagram, however it is that you found me. I want to congratulate you because it takes a strong individual to say, you know what? I want to heal from this. I want to do better. I want to become better. It takes a strong individual. Y'all listen, I'm telling you. Because you have every reason or every excuse for you not to show up for yourself. You get what I'm saying? You could say, oh, well, my daddy wasn't, present. My daddy wasn't in my life. I didn't have a relationship with my daddy. So now, I'm a hunch my hunch my shoulders in the corner, and I'm gonna be upset for the rest of my life. You have every right to feel sorry for yourself. Now, is it right for you to feel sorry for yourself? To a certain extent. To a certain extent. But however, you can't stay stuck or stagnant feeling sorry for yourself. One day you have to get up and you have to say, you know what? I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to do better. Yeah, I didn't grow up without a father, but you know what? I'm going to go through the emotions. I'm going to process what it is I need to process. I'm going to reach out to my support system. I'm going to get a therapist. We're going to talk about it. We're going to heal from it. And I'm going to move forward from that. Sometimes life hand us cards or throw us cards that we can't even play or we can't even control. But you have to use what you have to get where you need to be. And throughout life, I've lived a very traumatic life. However, I feel like I played my cards right. Life dealt me some horrible cards. I mean, horrible cards. To where if I sit down and if I tell you guys everything that I've experienced, you're going to wonder, how is she sitting here talking about this? Why is she still here? How does she even have the power to sit here and to encourage and to inspire all of us knowing what she's been through, But I played my cards right. I played my cards right. I turned my ashes into beauty. And here I am, motivating you and inspiring you to become a better person, to be a better person, to be the person that you truly desire want to be. And I know you want to be a better person. Like, who doesn't wake up and say that they don't want to be their best selves? And in this video, I am going to attract people that want better for themselves. Okay? Because I'm on that journey as well. I've always wanted better for myself. No matter what it was that I was experiencing throughout a life, I've always wanted better, no matter what it was. And I put myself in a position to get better. So that's my thrill. That's what gets me going in the morning. That's what, when I can't get out of bed some days, I think about the person that I want to be. Because my higher self, the woman that I imagine myself being, she's not stuck or stagnant. Yes, she may have some things that she need to work on. She may have some things that she need to process. But however, she gonna get it done. She gonna do whatever it is that she need to do. And she's gonna get it done. Okay? So that's what I have to say about today's video. I'm gonna leave some things in the details section so that you guys can have the resources that you may need, whatever resources that come to my mind and I think, oh well, this could be helpful. I'm gonna leave it in the details section. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again some other time.